What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about patch 5.01. It didn't drop today, and we're going to tell you why, what is coming in 5.01 so you know what to expect, and all the other big changes that are coming soon. But first, let me tell you about this insane tool, the Overwolf Valorant Tracker. This is an in-game Valorant tracker that is going to give you live performance updates while you're playing. You're going to be able to look at your player profile, find your best and worst maps so that you know exactly what you need to focus on, your own personal stats, your most played agent that you can use to gather important information about what you need to do and how you can improve from here. This is our most exciting sponsor yet because it goes hand in hand with our mission to help you improve, and this is perfect for those of you who want to climb. So go check it out right now in the download links below. Now, some of you woke up today expecting a patch and it's not here. Well, that's because Riot Games threw a massive kegger and everyone's hungover, so they're delaying it a week. No, I'm just kidding. They're taking a break for a week, and we've been getting tons of patches recently, so it's not a big deal. I mean, 5.0 was gigantic. So yeah, they're just taking a small break, but they did say that the next patch will go out starting July 12th. So it's just around the corner. It's only a 1 week delay. Now, that being said, we know a lot of the stuff that's gonna be in 5.01 already, at least before the community feedback hit Riot, because before they have heard the community feedback and changed things, we don't know if that's gonna be the case, but for now, we know that there are KO buffs coming through. Some people say it's a rework, but it's really gonna feel more like a buff. Yes, the radius is decreased, but now the radius doesn't have to be within LOS, which ultimately is gonna feel like a buff. As someone who mainly plays KO, I definitely feel like this is gonna be a buff. There will be some situations where maybe a cubby's not completely clear, but it's gonna be few and far between, and good KOs are gonna be able to properly clear them anyways. And there's not gonna be these situations where people get out scot-free by denying the LOS with a smoke or something. Now, Phoenix is also getting buffs. He's getting a lot of changes to the speed at which his flashes pop, and he can pull out his weapon faster after he uses his flame wall. But the ultimate consensus is this isn't gonna make Phoenix good enough. A lot of people are not very happy with the changes. I think the majority of players wanted some sort of rework, and some people are happy with the Phoenix buffs, or at least keeping the character intact, but they wanted more aggressive changes. I've still thought that the coolest aspect of Phoenix's kit is his ultimate, and I would like a double down on that. Specifically, now you can return to 150 health. I forgot to mention that. That is a legitimately good buff. You get to return to whatever shields you had before you ulted, but I would love it if you could cancel it like at any time. I think that would be really, really cool, but let me know how you would buff Phoenix in the comments down below. Last off, remember, Yoru's getting buffs, and he's gonna be able to pop out of his ultimate a lot quicker, which means he could actually make plays out of his ultimate, and it's gonna be a freaking nightmare to deal with the good Yoru. But these are the buffs that are slated to go through in the next patch, probably, but they could change here or there, or they could hold back some amount of these buffs. So that's definitely something to keep in mind and look forward to. The next big elephant in the room is Chamber. Pro players are coming out, the pick rate is out. People know that Chamber is just disgusting. He is so strong, he's incredibly powerful, and in ranked, he's a complete menace. In pro play, he basically has as much pick rate as in ranked. He is so goddamn strong, and they really need to hit him in one way or another unless they want to keep him at the top of the meta for the foreseeable future. Now, that being said, as we approach big tournaments in Valorant, sometimes they want to hold back changes that are going to dramatically swap up the meta, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't hit Chamber. Sometimes they'll slot in these big changes before a big tournament, or they'll do it after. But ultimately, the general consensus is that they shouldn't hold back. If something needs to be changed, it just needs to be changed. It doesn't really matter. And the reason that they shouldn't is because every single freaking next quarter, there's a big tournament coming around. If you just wait all the time, the changes that need to go through just don't get pushed through. But I really want to pass the question off to you. How do you think they should hit Chamber? What big part about him do you really just not like? And I've thought about a lot of different ways how I personally would nerf Chamber. I said that maybe there should be a delay on his teleport, but a lot of people came to me and said, you know, that would just make the character not very usable. And you know, I thought about it more, and that probably would be true in some ways. He wouldn't be that good as an opper in the way that he is right now, where you could take a shot and get out if he's always getting traded out. But I think the best way to hit him, honestly, is create a bigger delay when whipping out that pistol. I think that being able to miss a shot on an op and then swap to the pistol instantly, that is extremely powerful. And then maybe, you know, you could decrease his shots on the op, or maybe give him a couple of shots, and if he gets a kill, he gets another shot. I don't know exactly how to bounce him like that, but I do think that there's several interesting ways to bounce him, but I really want to hear how you would do it down below. Now remember, Pearl is playable in a Pearl only queue, and you could play it in unrated, but it's not yet in comp, and it will go live on the 12th. So for those of you who've been wanting to play Pearl in ranked, you're gonna have to wait one more week to see it live, but I really want to hear, how do you feel about the map? Are you liking it? Are you disliking it? How do you feel about it? Because personally, well, I haven't played it a lot. I like it a lot better than Fracture and a little bit better than Breeze. So far, it's one of my more favorite maps that have come out, but I definitely need to play it in comp before I make any legitimized decisions about it, because it's gonna play fundamentally different. Now, I went to Reddit to look for one quality of life change that people want right away, and the biggest one that has popped up is people want to be able to pick up Raze's satchels if you accidentally throw them pre-round. And I think that's probably a pretty good thing. I have no idea why, if you accidentally press a button, it just throws them out, and then you basically just wasted it. You can't, like, pop it, of course. If you explode it and you get up on some high ground that you're not supposed to be able to, yeah, that should cost a satchel, but if it doesn't explode, you should be able to grab it back. I mean, you could do it with just about everything else, but what quality of life change do you want to see? And make sure you see our other video later today when we talk about the huge changes that have been happening ever since the rank reset. Players are moving all over the place. Elo hell might be solved. There's a lot we got to talk about in that video, so make sure you subscribe and wait till then. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'll see you next time.